So my name is Tanya Hetherington and I'm an AFLW assistant coach and the under-18s female academy head coach. Yeah, growing up I played netball and I loved it, but I secretly wanted to play football, but there was no footy comps for me, unfortunately, back then. So I always kind of had it inside me. And then, I ended up going to university and they had the inaugural university AFLW kind of competition, which I played and loved it, and then ended up joining a team, which kind of then led me to here, I guess, because I was lucky enough to be drafted back in 2018 and always had a passion for coaching, studied at university, and here we are, which is in my wildest dreams. I never thought this would be a possibility. I met my now wife, which feels funny to say, but in 2014 playing at Diamond Creek Footy Club, which I loved. But it was kind of, I guess, associated with me finding who I was. I might have kind of had an inkling that I was a bit different, but I wasn't really sure what that was until I became part of this kind of club, and then just felt really, I don't know, like I belonged. And I was lucky enough to meet my wife. And we got married earlier this year, which was really cool. So it's awesome to look back and think how football's played a really big role in that relationship. Probably, I think when I think of society and the fact that it probably wasn't really spoken about as much, I even go back to being at high school. I don't think there was one queer person that I knew of. So automatically there was no kind of role models to look up to or to think that potentially, that was me. So I just spent a lot of time fighting kind of those feelings and thinking that I was abnormal or different. And it probably wasn't until I actually started playing football that I met someone who was queer and realised like there was this whole new world and that people were just themselves, and automatically probably felt like I belonged. And then that kind of led me to discovering that I was gay and kind of opening up and meeting my partner. But even back then I think about even I was probably trying to hide it, even early relationships, and not even feeling like you walk down the street and hold your partner's hand. And I think back to then, and it just wasn't kind of spoken about in society. And now, or I think about now and how far we've come. I think even having AFLW, just representing that it's okay to be yourself. And I think about the fact that I now coach under 18 girls, and when I say I'm getting married, it's there's nothing about the gender of who I'm marrying. It's like it's Kirby, which is incredible. So if I compare the times then and now, like I'm so glad people feel comfortable to be who they are. I think it is just coming back to being your authentic self, whatever that looks like for you. So as a coach, I often talk about it. One of my favourite sayings is that you've got to feel like, especially women, have to feel like they belong to play well. So I think, I guess, establishing a culture that's accepted and leading the way, the visibility that we provide, not only in the four walls, but in how we portray ourselves to the public. I think we kind of ask people to come along with us. There's so many great communities that we have and that we invite to come to games. And I know the Pride Round every year is something that people feel really passionate about in attending, and you see that, especially at our games. So I think we're leading the way there. The work that we do in the AFL men's space too, having a Pride Round, I think we really set the standard of that we want people to feel like they belong to any community, but especially in the Pride community. And I think internally in the four walls is just people being themselves and being people. Like at the end of the day, we're just people. And I think, that promotes that we just want people to be themselves.